Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, the best place to be wherever you are on your wealth journey right now. Today I want to talk about the limiting beliefs we may have around money. Over the years, many of us tend to build up certain beliefs about money, and a lot of the beliefs that we have stem from our parents, our grandparents, the people that we were hanging around with most as children. And if we fast forward to today, some of the people that were in our lives then might still be there today. Now, some people believe that money happens very easily and effortlessly, and they're probably very successful on their wealth journey because they're so confident with money. On the other hand, some of us really struggle with the idea of wealth. We believe that making money is hard, that debt is really bad, and that money is difficult to come by. As I said before, a lot of our beliefs around money come from our parents and those that we were closest to as children. Our parents often would say things like, don't borrow money, and debt is really bad, and don't talk about money. And they would do things with their money that their parents did, like save it in the bank rather than invest it. And then if we come along in our generation and say to them, well, we want to do something different with our money, we want our money to work hard for us, we want to invest it, it might well be that we get shut down and told that we're having terrible ideas. And that's not because our loved ones don't love us anymore, it's because they are fearful, because of their own beliefs around money. And because their beliefs are so strong, more often than not, we end up believing them and going along with the same plan. The problem with money and beliefs around money are that this stuff is not taught in schools. We're not taught how to behave with money or the best practices for it, because becoming wealthy isn't just about the money that you have, it's about the mindset that you have. The good news is that beliefs are not truths and they can be changed. Let's take an example of a wishing well, for instance. When we were small, our parents would take us to a wishing well, and our parents would say, if you throw your money into the wishing well, your wish will come true. Now, do we think it's actually true that our wish will come true, or is it just a belief? No, it's not truth, it's just a belief. Some will believe their wish will come true, others won't. And beliefs can be changed. So for example, if your parents ask you to throw your money into the well and you believe that your wish will come true, it might be that later on you're disappointed when your wish doesn't come true. Conversely, if you throw your money into the well and you don't expect your wish to come true, and then a few days later something really special happens and you think, oh, it's because I threw the money into the well, that must be it, my wish is coming true. So you can see how your beliefs will change depending on what happens to you in your life experiences. Exactly the same is true for our old limiting money beliefs as well. We can change them because they are not the truth. The first thing we want to do is to make a decision that we want to change. So I'm going to take a look at 4 limiting beliefs and we'll have a look to see what we can do to change them. So the first belief is, I am no good with money. I'm no good with money. The second belief is, debt is risky, I'm going to lose everything. Thirdly, money is too complicated to organise. And lastly, if I have too much debt, it's going to affect my credit score and I won't be able to borrow anything. Now, you might have other limiting beliefs about money. I've just picked these 4 at random. So if you have got limiting beliefs, I suggest that you write them down. At least get them onto paper so that you can have a look and see what your beliefs are. Now, in terms of these 4 beliefs, there's something that I've noticed about all 4 of them. And that is that actually, all the beliefs are about fear, and specifically fear of not having control of your money. And people are often scared of not being in control of their finances or their financial situation. People often let money control them when really it should be about you taking control of your money. And control of your money is something I've talked about a lot in my various other videos, so do have a watch of those. It's something that is really important because I believe that the moment you take control of everything, you have a lot more certainty, you feel better about your finances, and it will encourage positive beliefs as well. So how do we tackle these beliefs then? Well, let's start with number 1, I am no good with money. Okay, so for this one, it all starts with education and practice. Decide for yourself which part of your money management you would rather be better at, and then practice it every day. Learn a little bit, practice a little bit, and as you practice every single day, you'll find that you're building up good consistency. And the good consistency, coupled with concentrating on it daily, means that you will improve over time. And as you improve over time, that will increase your confidence so that eventually you'll feel that you can do it and you are good with money. I always think of the old adage here, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer, of course, is 1 bite at a time. You can't eat a whole elephant at once. And it's exactly the same with this. If you chunk it down into small, manageable things that you can do every single day, eventually you will get there and you will feel confident and you will know that you are good with money. You can't expect to be an expert at something overnight, but if you take gradual steps, you'll get there eventually. Okay, number 2, debt is risky. I will lose everything. Again, debt feels quite scary because, again, you're not owning it and you're letting the debt control you rather than the other way around. So the best way to tackle this is to write down all the debts that you have and then keep track of your debts. So write down how much you're paying, when the debt finishes, all of those different things, and make sure that you keep track of it every single month. This will give you the certainty of the debt that you do have, and the way that I see it is that once you've got that debt written down and you make a decision that you want to start paying it off, then actually what you've written on that piece of paper in front of you is the worst your debt is ever going to be, which I think is awesome, and then you can really start to tackle it and you feel a lot more positive as well. Number 3, money is too complicated to organise. Again, this is about practicing and prioritising your money habits. So make friends with your spreadsheet. A good starting point is to work out your income and your expenses every single month. And I did a video about this, which I'll pop for you just up here. And if you want my copy of the spreadsheet as well, that's available on my website. So I've done all of that for you and you can go on and download that for free. And I'll put a link in the description just underneath this video. Number 4, if I have too much debt, it's going to affect my credit score and I'm not going to be able to borrow anything. Again, take control by checking your credit score at least once a month. And if it's something you're really concerned about, then check it more frequently. Check it once a week or even daily until you really get the hang of it and feel more confident inside. I did do a video on credit rating as well, so you might want to check that out to help you. Other things you can do to change your limiting beliefs are things like networking. So whether it's a real life network or if it's just contacting people over social media, you want to make sure that you're hanging out with people with the same like-minded interests as you and the same beliefs as you, or certainly the beliefs that you would like to have about money. Also, reading, listening and watching. There are so many resources out there to help you with your wealth journey. So have a read of some books, listen to audio books if you are into that kind of thing as well. And there are plenty of YouTube videos, both mine and other people's as well, that talk about your money mindset. There are even meditation workshops you can do on it as well. Another thing you can do is to try creating some positive affirmations for yourself. Now the best way to do this is to get some little cards. Now the ones that I use are the ones that people use for revising on the little lined pieces of card that you can get from any stationers. And what you want to do is to write your limiting belief on one side of the card and then turn the card over and on the other side of the card write the opposite belief to the one you wrote on the reverse. So if we take our first limiting belief, I am no good with money, we'll write that on one side, and then on the other side of the card we want to write the opposite. So it'll be something like, I am brilliant with money. Money comes to me really easily. I love thinking about money and the ways that it can help me. I understand money and I'm in control of my finances. Then what you want to do is to keep writing on the different cards. So eventually you'll have lots of different cards, all with different beliefs on, and with opposite beliefs on the reverse. So you can build these up, and then the idea is that you use them like flashcards every day. So every day you can come to your cards and you can read out the affirmation to yourself on there. And if you read it out loud, that does a very, very good job. It makes it sink into the brain a little bit more, and eventually your beliefs will change for the better. So my challenge to you is to try this out for 2 weeks, read the affirmations every day and see whether anything changes, and let me know in the comments underneath. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Do give me a thumbs up underneath if you have. Also have a watch of these 2 videos up next because they will definitely help you with your wealth journey. Thank you ever so much for watching this week, guys. Stay safe in the meantime and I will see you next time.